Okay, the good news is that we signed the deal and now we got the house. Actually, I'm recording from my new home now. Okay, the studio, I'll take you on a tour later on, but you know, it gets to a point in time in your life when you figure out that, you know, you ain't getting younger and you got to play smarter, right? Now, I came into this country about 12 years ago, and one of the things I wanted to do is movie, right? Actually, majorly, that's what I wanted to do. So I set out to accomplish this dream. I was always looking for ways to raise funds, and saving and keeping money aside was always a thing, you know. Owning a home wasn't part of the plan. Finally, I got to the point when I saved up some money and planned the movie. Actually went and bought cameras and stuff like that. And I was like, I made a budget. It was going to be a low budget anyway, but it was still a large amount of money. Everybody who heard the story said this budget was too small for the movie. And I was like, even though in my mind I knew, I just wanted to get it out. And I was hoping that the story was just okay to just, do your first. So everybody said this movie is good. And that was maybe. So I went back to my drawing board and started looking for simpler stories. It was really hard for me to write a story that could fit to my budget. But in the process, I discovered that it was taking time. So what am I trying to say? Why did I go into all that? I did come across Cine Daily's video, how he misused finances kind of, and he mentioned that he didn't have a home and how they are trying to get out of debt. And I was like, if I'm not careful, that could be me. So that really was an eye-opener for me. And I said, home it is. That's my focus right now. I'm going to forget about the film for a while and just get a home before I get back to track. But you see, the good thing about that, and it was so timely that I look back and I say, that was, thank you, Martins, because I think that was a wake-up call. It did not only prepare me for my home, because I did say I was going to go all out to sell my equipment so I could, get the home. And I started selling stuff, just before, while we were trying to look for a house and seal the deal and all that. Something was creeping underneath that we didn't know was coming. The day we signed the good news is that we signed the deal and now we got the house. Actually, I'm recording from my new home now. Okay, the studio, I'll take you on a tour later on. I had to make this video and come out of the silence. Okay, we got the home, we got the house. It's been sealed. So the power of your dream, the power of your words, when you set your mind to do something, you can achieve it. But the reason why I'm going to be moving on and trying to raise some more money is my son, who was asthmatic, had an attack, one of those breathtaking attacks. Okay, we rushed him to the hospital, and that's when he was diagnosed with cancer. He's going through chemotherapy right now, and if you know how this thing works, there's hardly any medical coverage that you can rely on to completely take care of the bills. So it's just not my son Joshua fighting cancer. It's all of us fighting cancer right now. I couldn't go to work. We got the house sealed, and now we can work. And do you understand? So that's crazy right now. But the good thing is that I already set the momentum of selling my stuff, and I still got a lot of stuff to sell. We got to take extra precautions, making sure that he doesn't get exposed to any form of illness, impurity, both from the air. So we got air fresheners, we got air purifiers, we got humidifiers, and then his breathing stuff still going on this side. Looking back, I see that if I hadn't taken the move and gotten the house, God knows when I would have. Whatever money I had planned, saved or not saved, it would have been my equipment for his health now. and we'll still be paying rent. And I put a link of stuff that are available right now. A lot of things have just been bought off the eBay list. If you want any of this stuff, I'm going to put a list of stuff, put a price to it. The Pyxis is going. P6 6K is going. I'm going to do one more video before I let it go. You can support me that way. Or you can, now my niece made a package, GoFundMe package for my son. They've done all they can. They've pushed all they can. I haven't done anything about that. They're trying to support me with that because we don't work right now. We're just taking care of the kid, and we still got bills to pay. You know how America, you got to pay bills, right? So they really tried. I mean, I was impressed by them. Like, went all out because they understood what this challenge, I think, even better than I did when this whole thing started. Now, as time progressed, it occurred to me that that's a lot coming. You know, this is it, and it's going to be, the treatment process takes years to make sure it really goes away. You know, yeah, a lot of people have stopped treatment halfway and then it comes back. So we are going on about a 2-year run with care, intensive care, and yeah, I believe we will overcome. But the bottom line is, if you're not buying equipment, any of the equipment to support the cause, if you can't support, do that. If you cannot support the GoFundMe, you can support by getting some of the equipment that I'm going to have on the list. I got stuff like a 360 camera, the business, right? I have the 360 photo booth. I have the photo booth itself, the one for the photos. You see it a couple of times. You've seen it in my videos. It's always in the background at some point in time because I had a business running on the side back in California with that. We got lights I put the list in the comments before. All the stuff that I have left, I'll put the links in the comments below. But you can support anyway. I'll also put the link of the GoFundMe. Whatever you can support us with will be appreciated. And now I'm going to be on home arrest. I'm going to take my YouTube a little bit more serious because we just got cleared out of the hospital. So we go back to the hospital every 2 days or so. For constant checkup. That's how it is right now. So when I'm at home, whenever I have the chance, I've got to make some more YouTube videos. And if this thing has showed up one day before we closed, that's the end. We are not closing. With the way our life has been since then, we will not have been able to focus on getting that house or closing that house. The process of closing was rigorous. Now we can look back and smile and say it was worth it. Now let's focus on this challenge in front of us and let's defeat cancer together. Yeah, it is tough, but yeah, we gotta stay tougher than the situation to overcome it. So I believe we can do this. I believe we'll come out on the other side with another good news in our lives. Okay, so thank you guys for subscribing once again. That's to explain to you why we've been silent, why I've been silent, and trying to pick up from where we left now. Thank you.